Welcome! Today we're breaking down the International Standard Banking Practice, or ISBP 821, your key to successful trade finance. We are diving into a crucial topic for anyone involved in international trade, getting paid under a letter of credit. Did you know a staggering 70% of documents presented to banks for payment are rejected on the first attempt? That's a massive problem that stalls cash flow. This rejection rate occurs because the documentary credit, or letter of credit, requires absolutely correct paperwork to bridge the gap between the seller shipping goods and the buyer paying for them. Even a tiny typo can cause rejection. That's why you need ISBP 821. Think of it as the detailed instruction manual for passing the bank's document exam. Here's our roadmap. We will cover the rulebook versus the guide, general principles, the commercial invoice, and transport documents. To master ISBP 821, we first need to understand its relationship with the global rules of trade finance. UCP 600, or Uniform Customs and Practice, is the rulebook, the set of laws that govern letters of credit worldwide. It's broad, stating documents must meet international standard banking practice. ISBP 821 is the driving instructor. It provides the necessary detail explaining exactly how banks interpret and apply UCP 600 during their day-to-day document examination. This guidance moves you from guessing the rules to knowing the strict standards required to get paid quickly. Next, let's look at the general principles of ISBP 821, where the small print truly matters. One common concern is abbreviations. ISBP 821 confirms that generally accepted abbreviations like LTD for limited or CO for company are acceptable and won't count as a discrepancy. Be careful with the forward/ symbol or virgule. If the credit says red/black/blue, it means the goods can be red OR black OR blue. It often implies an OR condition. In the digital age, what is an original? The rule is, a document is considered original if it bears an apparently original signature, mark, stamp, or label of the issuer, even if printed on plain paper. Now let's move to the commercial invoice, the primary bill you send to the buyer. Under ISBP 821, the commercial invoice is the one document where the description of the goods must correspond strictly with the description in the letter of credit. This doesn't mean it must be a mirror image reflecting every word, but the nature of the goods cannot conflict. For example, suede shoes versus imitation suede shoes would be a rejection. Banks will check calculations to ensure the totals are arithmetically correct and that the currency used, such as USD, strictly matches the requirements of the credit. Finally, let's look at transport documents, the proof that your goods are actually on the move. The credit usually requires a clean transport document. This simply means it must not bear any notation declaring the goods or their packaging are defective, such as packaging torn. Transshipment, or moving goods between vessels, is acceptable even if the credit prohibits it, provided the goods are in containers and covered by one transport document. This reflects modern logistics. An onboard notation is a critical indication on your transport document, confirming that the goods were loaded onto a named vessel at the specified port. This proves shipment has commenced. The requirements for a signature are strict. A simple signature is not enough. The document must clearly identify the role of the signer, such as, quote, as carrier, or as agent for the carrier. The key to success in international trade lies in mastering the details. ISBP 821 is your tool to move from the 70% rejection group to the successful 30%. Perfection in paperwork is the shortcut to guaranteed and quick payment. To recap, master ISBP 821. Ensure strict correspondence on your invoice and make sure all transport documents are clean and properly signed. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more essential trade finance insights. We'll cover the impact of Incoterms in our next video. See you then.